What's up, gear nerds? It's your buddy Dustin from Blue Collar Gear Review, coming today with something a little special, a little different for the channel. But I'm excited to do it and share it with you guys. In front of me, I have my Quad Cortex. I recently purchased. Sweetwater had a fantastic deal that I really couldn't pass up in terms of a payment plan, so I decided to take the plunge, dive in, and now I'm happily in love with the Quad Cortex. Those of you who are not familiar with the Quad Cortex, you may be living on a different planet at this time because these seem to be all over the market. This is one of the competing modelers in the modeling world, and I'm a new user to the unit. Had it about a week and I absolutely love it. Played my first gig with it. This is January 2026. Played my first gig with it this past week and it performed flawlessly. It sounded fantastic. Like many of you guys, you know, we use cases and we use racks for stuff. How do you protect such an expensive investment, right? Well, StompGuard, a company here in the United States out of Arizona, produces a cover for said Quad Cortex. And today I have one. We're going to unbox it together and then I am going to install it for you and show you how to do it. Speaking with Scott from StompGuard, recommends a socket to get to the existing hardware, which I'll explain that here in just a moment. I am going to use a wrench very gingerly because I trust myself to use a wrench. A socket or a hand-turned socket is probably preferred. Before we get too far into any of this, do not over tighten your stuff. Do not force anything. Hand tight, secure down. The StompGuard cover that we're going to install mounts to the Quad Cortex using existing hardware, meaning that you do not have to drill into your Quad Cortex. You do not have to stick nothing on your Quad Cortex. You don't have to tape something or use two-sided tape in places. There are some versions out there that use those, and those are probably fine. But if you're like me, I'm slightly OCD, and I would not want to do that in the event I want to remove the StompGuard for any reason from my Quad Cortex. So with that being said, let's dive into the box. Let's dive into the StompGuard box. We're going to unbox this together. We'll move this guy out of the way for a moment. We're going to unbox it together. And then second part of this video, should you choose to skip forward, I'm going to give you an up close and personal look at installing the StompGuard. I will fast forward through the meticulous things of loosening the nuts and replacing them. But as far as unboxing and placing, you and I are going to do that together. And then I will again fast forward through the meticulous stuff and I'll show you the final product at the end. Before we get into unboxing and install as well, I'm sure somebody's going to say, is that going to cause a warranty issue or what have you? I reached out to Neural DSP myself personally because this again is a brand new unit. I've had it for a week and a half at this point. It is again January 2006. I've had it for a week and a half. I didn't want to take the chance of jeopardizing my own personal unit. So I sent them an email. I told them what I was looking to do and how this particular product mounts to the unit. And they assured me that it has no issue with the warranty. I'm not taking anything inside apart. I'm literally taking the nuts off of the posts and replacing them right back where they came from. I'm not opening the chassis. I'm not opening the body. If you were opening the body to install this product, you've probably done it wrong. Anyway, big shout out. Thank you, Scott, over at StompGuard for connecting with me on this project. Not an endorsed video, but just a super nice guy to talk to. I will put links to his Reverb and Etsy store in the description of the channel or the video for this channel, so you can get to his website as well. And without further ado, let's dive in. While I'm not trying to cut my hand open and open this, shipping was fast when I placed the order with Scott. I think maybe just under a week. And again, he's located here in the United States, and it was just a few days of shipping there. So, all right, cool thing, just a box and some bubble wrap so far. It is again wintertime here in the South. I let this sit inside for a while to acclimate to the temperature before I decided to kind of take it out and do anything with it. You may or may not have to do that, but I chose to do that just to let the plastic acrylic get back to room temperature. So as I'm kind of molding and manipulating, not really molding per se, but just sort of forming it to where it needs to go. All right, before we get into the install, comes with this really cool magnetic screen for you Quad Cortex users, so you can still get to your stuff on the fly, on the stage or wherever. But if you're like me, if you're a gigging musician, you're an active musician, you're traveling, you're playing, 5-star dive bars and some of the finest club venues in the region, there's always going to be that one drunk individual. Well, let's not say drunk because we're trying to be PC. Let's say we had an individual who's overserved and wants to high-five you or lean over and request a song or whatever. Inevitably, one of them in that circumstance could maybe spill a little something. This at least is a splash guard and keeps it. It's not going to be obviously liquid proof, but it keeps your unit from getting directly exposed to the person at the bar you're trying to avoid. Cool little thing. Just want to point out, mine has a little nice engraving there. I think Scott's going to start offering some engraving options to his product line, but you can talk to him about that if you choose to order it. But again, right out the box, perfect, brand new looking nice screen that we're going to protect our Quad Cortex with. In the next segment of the video, we're going to take these nuts and washers off, leaving the existing posts intact. We are not removing the posts themselves, just the washer nut. We're going to place this on, and then we're going to replace them and put it all back together, and we'll see the finished product. All right, with that, again, StompGuard, you can find Scott on Reverb and Etsy. I will put links to his shop in the description of the video. Go tell him that Dustin sent you, tell him that Blue Collar sent you, tell him I said hey. And if you're interested in a Quad Cortex cover, this is a good option for you if this is something that you are pursuing. He also makes a smaller version for the new mini Cortex that just got released, again, here in January of 26. He makes a cover for that as well. So I chose the big boy because I just like big gear, have big feet, and I also like to, this is my entire board now. So anyway, without further ado, I know I've given you a lot of details up front. This next part, let's dive into the install. All right, guys, there you have it. That took, sorry if it's painful to watch me fumble around a little bit, but that took me all of, I don't know, maybe 2 minutes to take everything apart, position the StompGuard onto my unit, and just sort of to kind of maneuver it. They're form fit, they're cut to fit specifically tight to the Quad Cortex, which mine absolutely does. There is very little kind of gap under the unit. There is enough of an arch that follows the curvature of the unit itself. Again, I was comfortable using just a wrench, but if you have a socket, maybe a little easier just to kind of screw it like a screwdriver. I do want to stress that it may not translate in the video, but I do want to stress that I only hand tightened these nuts down, and I only snugged them just enough. I didn't crank the wrench, I didn't crack the plastic, acrylic. I did not damage the the protector at all. And if you get one of these and you start to tighten this thing down, if it feels tight, it's tight. You don't need to crank it any further. You will break stuff. But again, I am absolutely excited and pleased with the way this looks and works out. I am actually, if I put it upside down, I am going to also put a few buttons on it as well, because I like those myself. And I guess you can put that either way if you want. But generally speaking, this process took no time at all. StompGuard, located here in the USA, he shipped it to me within a couple of days. And so far, just put it on. You did this with me live on camera, and it looks absolutely stunning to me. So with that, again, I will put links to StompGuard, Scott's shop in the description, his Reverb and his Etsy. I am not sponsored by StompGuard. I just happened to make a connection, ask a few questions, and get to know the owner of the company a little bit, and just kind of get an understanding for his business. And very much appreciate him for kind of working with me on it, answering my questions on the product itself. But yeah, with that, welcome to the install unboxing of potentially your new StompGuard cover for your Quad Cortex. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one.